We have to undo the Queen's family curse, but it seems the person we need to discuss that with is Mrs. Barbosa, and I don't currently know where she is because she doesn't seem to be gathering with other people like in the bar or anywhere else. So she might be in her room hiding away. We might be able to find her later during the ball or something like that. I've not had much advancement with Mrs. Lau and Mrs. McLeod, mainly because I can't access the rooms yet, and that's usually where we get the juicy bits to actually get the info about what someone's story might even be. But what I did notice looking at some of the footage from earlier, and if people have been yelling about it in the comments, I apologize for however long it has taken me to find it, because I am recording this quite a bit ahead of things being published because, well, I'm quite into this game, so that's the main reason I'm recording a lot of it all at once. But also, if I'm ahead of what I'm putting out, then less likely to get any spoilers. But yes, one of the keys we want to unlock rooms is in the safe in the stables. And I was like, oh, where are we gonna get this? Maybe on the third day when we get to the staff room, but no. Right there, slap bang, as we walk in front of us, there's a written code. Someone has carved the numbers 26, 14, 32 into the post here. Because, you know, no security, just carve it next to where the safe is. So I am hoping it is for the safe, because it looks like something that would be. So let's therefore try it out, because that should unlock some extra rooms for us if the key is in there. What's the codes for this? I need to turn the dial left for the first number, right for the second, and left again for the third. So we have 26. Then we have 14. And then 32. There we go. We've cracked a safe. So there's one of the master keys, the groundsman's key. This might be very useful indeed. It might even unlock some of the guest rooms. Yes, not sure why he just randomly has a key to the northwest corridor, but he does. And now we have it. And there's also some strange materials. What is this? Twigs and horsehair? They are covered in soot for some reason. They don't seem sturdy enough to be of practical use. Might they be for a ritual or charm of some sort? If so, what would Mr. Hunter be doing with these? Well, I assume he's doing some sort of stuff. Well, I assume we can also ask him about this. Yes, we can ask him, or we can ask the druid, or some other people as well. So this key unlocks the northwest upper corridor. So now we get Mrs. Lau and Miss McLeod's room, and the unassigned room too, but I'm not sure if there's anything in there. I mean, we can always check, right? Because once we had to go to unassigned rooms to find one of the other master keys, but I found it in room 7 immediately, so then I still have the other rooms unchecked. Well, we're passing through here, so the druid is still at the bar, so we can go ask him if he knows anything about the sticks. Hello? I'm here for your stick knowledge. Know anything about this? What do you make of these? They look like the components of some sort of charm to me. Outside, that's about right. Couldn't say what kind of charm though, without seeing it assembled. A lot of the magics is in the making of the thing. He can't help me, but maybe Mr. Hunter will just tell me what he's been making and totally not be suspicious about the fact that I've been digging in his safe. Well, I think he is just hanging out on the patio in the gardens, so we may be able to just ask him. Yep, there he is. Hello, sir. I've been snooping. You wanna tell me what you're doing? Do you know much about witchcraft and magic, Mr. Hunter? Well, I wouldn't call it witchcraft, but I have my own way of things. There's a long tradition in Scotland of knowing how to bring a person good fortune or ward of evil. Things you can make to that effect and the like. Okay, so he's just trying to ward of evil and stuff like that. Okay, well...
I'll be off. Right, yeah.
So far not too suspicious, but we may be able to find out more from other people later. But now it is time for snooping in the extra rooms that we have now unlocked. So there is the room 2, which is the unoccupied room. We can't just go and have a look-see, see if there's anything in it. Okay, so we can look under the bed here, and we can look in the fireplace. That actually costs us time. I'm just taking behind the curtains and all, but let's check it out then in case there's anything here. There is a block of some sort. A child's block sits under the bed. Signs of child's play. I found children's toys under the bed in the room too. I wonder if they are from the young master or previous guest. Well, we still have the situation with potentially the cook having had a child and they've been taken away. And there's a book of spooky stories for children. The pages on vampires are folded in. Okay, so was this room being used to house the child before it was taken away? And there's some floorboards as well. The boards here squeak, but nothing noticeable. Okay, they weren't special. Fine. And in the fireplace? Yes, the poker was sticking out, so I was like, that's suspicious. Somebody seems to have gotten called away in the middle of cleaning this fireplace. They left nothing of note in their haste. The bed warmer hasn't been used in some time. Bed warmer? How does this work? Like, do you put like hot bits of wood or coal in it and then stick it under your bed or something? I have no idea. We can also look at the bed for some reason if we want to. There's nothing remarkable about this. Well, I'm glad I used my whole minute. I'm not sure this is Miss Deane's room. We already know this isn't Miss Deane's room. I'm just snooping for the snooping value. Okay, so now we've got Miss McLeod's and Miss Loud's room, and we know they're in the library for now, so we have free reign to snoop until they come back. So Miss McLeod's first. I think her thing was that she is trying to get married, but she doesn't want to get married to like just someone in society. I think might be partially because, you know, she has her second sight or what she calls it, and potentially doesn't want to be married to someone that's just like normal and doesn't understand that kind of life. Dream imagery. A book of dream imagery and techniques. There are notes written haphazardly into the margins. A lucid dream state will allow one a degree of control in one's dreams and can be a jolly fun way to add the feeling of freedom into one's life. First, find a comfortable place. This will ease the drifting into sleep. A fire is nice, but best allow it to die a little so it doesn't need minding. To ensure one does not drift too deeply, here are a few techniques to stay between both wake and sleep. One of them on the list is circle. Musical tracks, especially those designed for the purpose, can keep the brain in the ideal state to dream lucidly. Finally, one must focus on what they wish to see. The mind's eye is good for this, but something tangible to focus one's thoughts is stronger. Perhaps I could try this technique and use the knowledge of the shared dreams as my anchor. I could use Miss Deane's road to represent her. Yes, we've already done it, so we don't need to worry about it. Here's her journal. Victoria wants to investigate herself, of course, and see that Miss Deane no longer has the means to threaten us. Okay, so she was threatening them. I mean, we know they don't like her, but that's more details. But I've told her she absolutely cannot. If we are discovered doing such a thing, it will just be scandal upon a scandal. Okay, so something scandalous was happening. I will find a husband instead, so even if Miss Deane does make public what she knows, it will hold little weight. Oh, is that something to do with her, like, meeting Mr. O'Meara and the changing rooms later, right? Has she been doing things a young lady should not? It might not even be so terrible. I can hope, at least. Can I not? A list of names, the first three of which are marked off. Rory Callahan, Michael Scarrett, and Walter Blake. Oh, okay, so that's the people she was like, I might marry those people. Well, Walter Blake is like 10, so no, you cannot marry him. But I assume Mr. O'Meara is last? Yeah, the fourth name, Kafal O'Meara, is not marked off. That's why she's meeting him later. Last few days have been terrifying. I feel so vulnerable, not being able to see anything beyond the mundane. I just know Deane is behind it. I've decided I'm going to ask Dara for help. I didn't want to worry him, but he'll have something for this surely. Thank goodness he's here. Oh yes, because Miss McLeod is Scottish and Dara Hunter is also Scottish, so I'm not saying everyone in Scotland knows each other, but they may have some links, and especially that she's specifically writing about him. So she asked Mr. Hunter for help. I wonder if he acted on this request. I'm not sure what it is she needs help with. What could she mean by see beyond the mundane? I should investigate further. Well, she means her second sight, right? And maybe that's what Dara was making then, the horsehair and sticks. So I have agreed to meet Mr. O'Meara on Saturday at 7 p.m. Yes, we're waiting for that to snoop on them. In the gents' changing rooms. An undignified meeting place, but hopefully no one will disturb us there. I'll find some way to excuse myself from dinner. Victoria needn't know. Well, we knew that already as well, because we saw it in his journal. But hopefully this will help us advance our thoughts about her. She's got a lockbox. Okay, it needs a numeric code. And it says hold east on it. She's got a book, some jewelry, writing implements, drinking water, but there is something underneath. Yeah. It appears this water has been drugged, but by who? Is that why she can't use her powers? Someone's been slipping stuff to her? She's got a photograph. Oh, that young hair and Tara? A photo of what must be Miss McLeod, and yes, this must be Mr. Hunter. They both look much younger. This must have been taken some time ago. Odd for her to have this. They must be close for her to have kept it for so long. Okay, well, I'm sure we can ask them about it, and she has a tarot deck. Despite its obvious frequent use, this deck of cards are in a good state. She must have taken great care of them. Okay, nothing special about them then. She's got... Okay, stationery is just gonna be nothing. And Protestant Cross. Protestant Cross rests by her bedside. Okay, so that gives us that info about her. Nothing under her bed. Okay, so that should have built up a bit more info about her in her board. Okay, so we can talk about the drugged water. We can talk about why she asked Dara for help. So yes, that's definitely something to pursue. But before we go there, we also gonna search Victoria Lau's room. Hopefully we won't get interrupted by the hour change and her coming back. So what does she have here? She's got records to listen to. That's stationery. She got crumpled letter, a crumpled up note that says, last time you were home, you had picked up some of that scholars girl's tricks. Maybe some practice before all your schooling goes to waste? Okay, are we saying she's learning magical ways, right? Because you're saying like she's not that way, she's not magical, but it looks like she's learning it. And I mean, they had beef with Miss Deane. Warrior boot size then. Medium boots. So she's suspicious. Oh, and she's got a shrine. I was like, she's got those petals that we saw in the garden that were around where Miss Deane disappeared, but it's also a shrine to her husband. Candles, petals, offerings of food and money. It seems to be a shrine. A photo of her wedding day. And then a death photo on the same man. I don't have dates for either event, but she's not old enough for either to be very long in the past. Clearly, she still mourns his passing. Yeah, we knew about that already because we've questioned. Oh, there we can look under the bed. Nothing of interest under there. I was hoping for more. Oh well. She's got a lockbox that needs a key. Some jewelry. A letter. Half-written letter in which Mrs. Lau details what she thinks is happening in the manor. It talks a lot about how this place is cursed because they are not honoring their ancestors or themselves. She says they are careless with their actions and intentions. Of course, bad luck follows them. She works hard to cover it, perhaps to be taken more seriously, but Miss Lau is a lot more superstitious than she lets on. Okay, well, we're gonna have to swipe a key from somewhere. She's got just a random book, any floorboards. Something in her stool? No. Psychology book, poetry book, Bible, and her journal. And lots of observations to make. Ivy won't listen. She startles like a stray cat when I try to talk to her about anything remotely sincere. Details of marriage plans found in Victoria's journal. And all for what? Damn Evelyn Deane, not an ounce of consciousness in her. And now Ivy's set on finding herself a husband. I don't see a way in which things will go well from here, if this course is not altered. But Ivy has made it very clear she does not want me to do a thing. So I know what I have to do. I have to ensure she is confused just enough that she won't see what I am doing and attempt to stop me. Okay, Victoria Lau is drugging Ivy so that she can't predict what Victoria is planning. Thankfully, I know how to temper her gift after last summer's terrible trip to India. A similar dose here will soften her ability just a while, and I can see this done. God forgive me. Okay, well, she's just jumped up our suspect list quite a lot. We've got 34525, which may be code for the logbox that it's in Ivy's room. 34525. It's not a date, so what is it? Perhaps if Ivy does marry, I should take that as a sign to do my duty and return back to my husband's family. Oh, ancestors, sometimes I wish I had not tasted this Western freedom. I'm not sure I could give it up under any circumstances. No luck, damn it all. Wherever Miss Deane has hidden whatever it is she's acquired on us, I just cannot find it. It's not in her room. What wicked lengths she's gone to just to make us miserable. What lengths I'm going to just to undo it. I hate this. I hate her. Is it too much just to be left in peace? That's all I want. At this rate, I see no other recourse than to confront her. I shall arrange a meeting, and we will see how proud and austere she is then, and whether she has any heart at all. And if she does not, I don't know what I will do. But I will have to do something. I know that. Yeah, very threatening. Lord, this place. I have just returned from the ladies' bathroom. I swear I saw a ghost. Still I am shocked by this place. I enter to find a woman washing a shawl in the bathtub. Thinking her a guest, I excuse myself. But as she rose up, I knew that not to be true. Or she saw the washerwoman as well. Her body twisted, unnatural ways. She looked at me, though I cannot recall her face. She screamed. Oh, such a scream. Many lifetimes of anguish in that scream. I fell backwards. When I scrambled away, I noticed she was gone. Nonetheless, I went to a bathroom on another floor with great reputation. And there is one more thing to observe. Something scribbled out. Something is scratched out. Intent to harm. A scratched out note suggesting Mrs. Lau's problem would go away if Evelyn Deane was to die. It looks like it says, in fact, I know full well what would need to happen. Evelyn Deane would have to die. Yeah, well. Okay, it's 7. Hopefully she doesn't just barge into this room while I'm standing here with her diary in my hand. She's not here. We're good. We can return to Mrs. McLeod's room, or at least try to, and see if we can open that box. Yeah, no one's inside. Okay, I guess they went to dinner. Well, no. Victoria went to dinner, and Ivy is meeting with Mr. O'Meara, so we're gonna get into that in a moment. But let's get all the information we may need first. So, to open this box, we need 3, 4, 5, 2, 5. There we go. It is open and there is a letter. A letter claimed to have evidence of a romantic relationship between Miss McLeod and Mrs. Lau. Ooh, okay. Well, I mean, that would maybe explain some of the whole while they're here together and, you know, them talking about her being so charming. You need this little romantic indiscretion with Mrs. Lau not to come to light, and I could use the loyalty of a seer. Come and talk to me, Ivy. We shall work something out. It's signed ED. Okay, so that's the whole, oh, I will find a husband and then no one will know about that we've actually been in a relationship, and that's how they're hiding, planning to hide that. So, and Evelyn Deane was threatening that, and that's a nasty thing to do. I mean, we already know she wasn't the nicest person in the world. While I'm here, what's your shoe size? Small shoes? Okay, well, I guess we don't even need to inspect them if it says small shoes. But yes, we can now form a hypothesis about Miss McLeod. Ivy McLeod's goal is to find I guess, fiancé to cover up her relationship with Miss Lau. I know what happened here.
Miss McLeod means to cover up a relationship under fear of blackmail. I should find and confront her about this.
Well, she's currently occupied with proposing to marry Mr. O'Meara, I assume, because she's trying to cover up this relationship. But yes, let's go and look into that then. And then I guess we should also focus on what Victoria was going to do, right? Because that's fairly threatening. And we've eliminated her because it said... We've eliminated her, I guess, for knowing Miss Deane before she arrived at the manor. But she clearly was at least planning to do something. So she may know more. Let's go to the changing rooms. Now I wonder how that snooping gonna go if they're meeting there for a purpose and I'm just like, hello, I'm here to participate. Are they in the other changing room as well? We can... Oh, they are coming, I need to hide.
Now, what was the blasted code again?
How do you know about this place?
Miss Deane showed me. She's a wonder at finding hidden places.
Do you still love her?
Is that relevant?
Yeah, I mean, of all the people to pick, she picks to marry the guy who was pursuing Miss Deane, who's threatening her.
No, I suppose it's not. And you are willing then to marry?
Aha! I have it. Best we discuss further inside.
I should hide, but I can't move.
Now, explain this to me. We marry, But it's actually you, Victoria, and I that...
Sir, no, it's not. I have to go.
Okay. She was immediately like, no, we're not doing that. He was hoping for something weirder than what she was proposing.
Blasted timing on you, sir. I was onto a good thing there.
Again, why didn't they let me hide? Probably would have gone better that way, right? No one would have run off.
What on earth has you loitering around here anyway?
Well, you know, what are you doing here?
I don't have time for your answer. I should go after her. Ivy! Hold on a moment!
Yes, I wanted to know more, but they didn't let me hide so I could listen. But yes, let's quickly check out whether there's something where Father Sino was standing before, because he was just hanging out here as if there was something interesting here. Well, I'm not seeing anything. Like, I was thinking maybe there were some symbols scratched out on here or something like that, but no. I may have to like advance the investigation further to understand what he was doing here. Okay, well, I have to confront Ivy now that I've sort of confirmed what's going on with her, wherever she's run off to. Well, I can check the gardens, see if Dara's still hanging out, and see if he can tell me more as well, because she may have run to him maybe. No, now it's Mr. Varley here. Oh, no, it's Mr. Dupre. Okay, well, I don't need to talk to you really. Where did she go? Did she run to her room? Oh, there's a laugh in my room. Okay, we must check this out.
I don't see anyone. I would have sworn I heard laughter.
Okay, we're just hearing things now. Okay, well, appears there is nothing here. So it was just like a random spooky event, I think. So back to finding Ivy. I haven't seen any ghosts for a while. Is she in her room? Can't hear anything. Okay, she's not in her room. She might be at dinner, because I think lots of people will be at dinner right now. So I guess we may as well just join with them. Is anyone at the bar before I commit to dinner? Because dinner takes up a lot of time, as all the other kind of events you can go to. Mr. Varley is now serving at the bar. But no one I truly care about is here. Off to dinner we go then. Ah yes, because he has to stand here in front of the dining room.
Hello again, sir. You here for the meal?
Sure.
Certainly, sir. Let me show you to your seat.
I understand the concern, Signorina. I do. Oh, but Mr. Ward, would you like to join us?
Okay, we get to hang out with this lot then.
We were just talking about, well, whether this seance is such a good idea.
You're welcome to join us if you'd like. I pressed too quickly. Fine, I'll join you. What do you have to say?
I'd be delighted to. Is there doubt about the seance?
Si. Signorina Callaghan has concerns about it taking place.
If you ask me, Mr. Ward, there's nothing good to come of this. Best to leave these lands be. They're unsettled enough already.
I could say, amica mia, that it's only one spirit. One among many apprehended for less than an hour. Were it to cause much trouble, I would not do it.
Other than the fact that she's gonna die, she doesn't see that as trouble.
This is, of course, a lie. How can I say it is safe when it has not been done before? Of course I would risk this. And the Marquess, he sees value in that risk too.
I'm not sure the Marquis knows what's good for him.
Yes, obviously we've just not been able at all to talk to the Marquess, right? He's never available to us. He's just showed up for the talk and then disappeared. So who knows what his motivations are? Yes, can you tell me about this whole, why they invited you, any insight into why they want this seance done?
Am I right to assume that Marquez Blake invited you here himself?
Yes. He contacted me directly and insisted I host his seance. He said he had heard of my ability and could settle for no less. How could I refuse that, Signor?
Or are you the only invited guest?
Signor, you offend me. I am the main event, no? Am I not enough for you?
I got no invite.
Well, we know Miss Deane's got an invite, but that could have been from someone who was already coming to the seance and just made sure she was there as well.
And now I understand why.
Okay, nothing too deep at the dinner. But yes, we need to find where Ivy is in order to advance that, or where Dara is, so we can ask him some things. I guess he might be at the stables, that's where he works, now that he stopped hanging out on the patio. Seems he's not here, just the horses. So Ivy's currently nowhere to be found. I'm not sure where she's run off to. It might be that after that event she's not available until like she gets a new position for the next hour. Victoria is in the dining room, and so is Miss Barbosa, who we need for Mrs. Quinn's advancement as well. So they are out for the hour in terms of our ability to do anything. We still have the unassigned room 21 we can check out, but if nothing else, we may just have to hang out with some people at the bar, just talk to them, see if any other random conversation I've missed may unlock something. There is room 21. It's not locked, because we know they don't lock those. Anything here? There is a book, copy of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, or The Mother Prometheus. Okay. Well, some taxidermy. You can look under the bed. There is an old box of matches that's been lost under the bed. The fireplace. Grate is rusted. Ashes stacked together. Perhaps there is a leak here. Okay. There is a poorly maintained fireplace in this room. That's what we get from here. Some more suspicious floorboards, but nothing. And the mirror has cracked. I'm not sure this is Miss Deane's room. Yeah, I know it's not. I'm just snooping. The place is haunted for sure. What on earth? What happened here? Was this cracked when I first came here? I don't think it was. So yes, haunted. So one of the handles on this chest of drawers is not a match to the other ones, but there's nothing there. Well, that's the final empty room. Nothing too interesting. And so I guess we go hang out at the bar. I guess we can either pester Mr. Varley or the druid some more. Haven't spoken to Mr. Varley for a little bit.
May I be of service, Mr. Ward?
Well, we have. We can ask him about the strange sticks, but we know he's not the one to talk about this, right? We need Mr. Hunter. So can you tell me about the washerwoman? Because now there's been like a couple sightings of her. You will think me quite mad, Mr. Varley, but I saw a woman washing something in the fountain. I can assure you that our facility has a full laundry. Nothing is washed in the fountain. Perhaps you saw a benai. It will be fitting for the time of the year and the gathering here, though unfortunate for whoever's clothes were being washed. Is this like a curse if she touches your clothes? I didn't ask anyone about that strange device, but I assume none of them really know about it other than like Mr. Blake or something like that, right? Definitely not Mr. Varley. So
I need nothing
guess
else.
Certainly.
I don't need much from you. I wonder if there's more thing to talk to Rory about to unlock him being one of the people that know about like the grimoire and stuff like that. So we just have to
Mr. Ward.
confirm
What can I do for you?
he's the kind of person that would know. We also have the Séance aftermath. Your aunt thinks the Séance could be dangerous. She doesn't think that, Mr. Ward. She knows it. They intend to unravel the order of the universe. Now, I am all for progress myself, but there's no scientific method, no rigorous testing, just some good intentions and a lot of people to be caught in the crossfire if things go wrong. And what about your components that you want us to use to validate you? Is this your bag of spells then? Not sure I would refer to it as such, but it's not entirely untrue either. Please, do what I cannot and help me convince my aunt that I am ready to, suppose you could say, graduate. Do you know about those whale symbols? That's my Aunt Fia's work. You should ask her about that. Okay, well, I can't right now because she's at the dinner. Can you tell me anything about the druid? Yes, our druid friend. He's alright. His heart is in the right place, but his code of conduct is so dated. He needs to be more open to progress. I think he would achieve more if he were. Okay, that's it for now.
Be well, Mr. Ward.
Anything more I can get from you?
And you're back.
Okay, we can discuss the code of conduct for druids. What is the code you live by? It's nothing fancy. I try to treat all people, creatures, plants, and places as equal. I leave no trace, I burn safely, and I leave my share for the other forms. Okay, nothing too suspicious. Then we can just talk to him about being the druid. Say you're druid. as much as anyone can be. The Catholics didn't leave much trace of the old ways, but I pieced together a traditional that feels right to me, and I called it Druidism. No more made up than anything else, mind. For the most part, I just treat all natural things as equal in value. People, plants, animals, and places. Real places, the wild and such. Not man-made illusions like this manor. Bloody eyesore. He doesn't think much of that stuff. Okay, well, I guess that's all.
Only do something if you want, not because you should.
And so what else shall we pursue? It does say that Dara Hunter is in the walled garden, so it might just be somewhere I couldn't initially see him. He like moved about. As far as I can tell, he's not here. I think maybe, possibly, I don't know if that's true, but I'm thinking maybe the whole situation with Ivy has now triggered them like meeting somewhere. That's why they're both missing and unavailable. So that means I'm just not gonna find those two during this hour. Not sure about the next hour either. So what else? So one thing that was kind of hanging out there, but I still haven't followed up on anything about, is the story of the walled up lovers, right? I researched Percival Blake, and obviously there was a whole, he may have done it, but there was nothing concrete about it in the research, other than there like being no records. But again, I'm like, they wouldn't just put that on a record. So I wonder if I can find more about it. Like, I think in the historical talk, they said specific part of the manor where that taken place. So I just have to remember which side of the manor and see if I can find anything there. Okay, so it's supposed to be in the east of the manor, where the cries are held. So, well, it's the southeast corridor here, then the east tower, and then the southeast upper. So let's have a look. I mean, so obviously this is all the corridors next to all of the dining room and bar and all that stuff. There is the access to the basement down here, but it doesn't seem like we will be able to get to the basement through any means other than the delivery tomorrow morning. Oh, now that Mrs. Hisham has gone, she left a drawing of a vase here. A well-rendered drawing of some sort of vase. Looks like charcoal and papyrus. An unusual combination. I saw the same materials in Miss Hisham's room. Perhaps I should ask her about the drawing? Yes, we should. And now I'm like, oh, I was going to look for the lovers, but I also know where she is. Well, let's take a quick look through and see if I can find anything here on the east. And I think later she's gonna be in the library, so it's still okay if we go into the next hour. Yeah, here's Percival that supposedly walled them all up. And this is where we were like following Miss Deane's trail, and like the only main thing is that, oh, there's another drawing of a vase. Another of Miss Hisham's vase drawing. She seems to misplace them near basement entrances. Yeah, she wants to get in the basement, so that's where we may be able to find it once we get into the basement. Because yeah, we haven't been here for a while, because this is where the arch was for when we've unsealed Miss Deane's room, and then it was like, okay, well, we're done here. Oh, but can we now unseal this? Because I was like, oh, it just showed us what the pattern was for unsealing the door. But now I'm like, can we actually unseal this wing? Oh, I could have done this so long ago. Okay then, let's draw it. Fine, where does this lead then? Because I guess this is just the universal pattern for hiding a door. How is this possible? Where's this place? Well, I mean, you should already know. We've done this before. Yes, and there's something. Air is rotten here. This is an unholy place. Skeleton! At least one. But they said it was like them being sealed in two places, but no, that seems like they had room for multiple people to be sealed in just a single room. Well then, who are you? This look like bones. The skull appears to be human. Hello. I'm here to find out all about you. Please don't hurt me. Okay, another seal. We're gonna have to solve. Was that a... No, it couldn't have been. My eyes are deceiving me. A hallucination caused by gas or mold or in the air perhaps. But then, how can I explain these flames? I mean, I think we're pretty much discovered that ghosts exist here, so I'm not sure why you're so surprised, my dude. Going by the prompts there, I think the game was expecting me to do this after, like, I found Miss Deane's room, but I just thought this was a clue for opening her room. There we go. What have we unsealed? What is... what in God's name was that? Yeah, something happened outside. Did we unlock something else? Ah, the hall wasn't there before. Okay, so there were 2 chambers opposite each other, like they said in the legend. Okay, there's like a whole dungeon here, because there's another sealed door. Nothing in this bucket. Okay, well, let's unlock yet another one. Another sigil back here. Somebody must have sealed off the passage to this area sometime after Percival walled it up. Yes, they were covering up for him, right? They knew of his evil ways. Right, let's get in here, see what they're hiding. Another door. Ah, yes, there it is, another skeleton. This space is even worse than the first one. Hello, another skeleton in pieces. Is this what she wanted me to find? Did I just pick that up? Okay. Okay, so that all added to Miss Deane's room mystery. That's why, like, it wasn't its own separate thing, so I've forgotten that it was here. And I remember about the lovers, but I forgot that this was where I needed to check for the investigation to them and the details. Okay, so I've picked up the skeleton. Do I just go show it to someone? Like, hello, I found this in your walls. Would you like to explain? Do I return here? Running the sunroom doesn't seem very sunny. Oh, do I put them together so they can be together? Hi. I hope you're happy now. You can rest in peace. Oh yes, they can embrace and disappear together. Oh good then. Percival damned them to an eternity of torment. And for what? He knew their screams would go unheard. I pray they find the peace they deserve. May God have mercy on their souls. How long were they trapped here? How long can a soul linger and why? I wonder, Amon? No, best not to dwell on it. Yes, we have solved the case of the lovers. Are we gonna tell anyone about this, or are we just gonna be like, nah, best not to? Okay, well, now we still have time to find Miss Hisham in the gardens and talk to her about her vase obsession. I wonder if after she's standing here at this door, like later, would there be a picture she has left? So about your vase obsession.
Mr. Ward, you need to talk to me.
Yes, your drawings. Have you been drawing a vase? The vase of Nectanebo. I can see it when I close my eyes. Long buried and long lost. It should be somewhere here in these halls. But it's not here to see. Someone has hidden it away. But where? The basement? The church? Blake's own residence? I can't find nothing. If only I could find some records. Excuse me. I'm just passionate. Yes, so we can research the vase, now I assume in the library.
May Allah guide you.
To further that situation. Yes, research the vase. Our helpful magical library should hopefully have something ready for us on our research table. There we go. A fresh book on Egyptian archaeology. And yes, look up the vase of Nectanebo. Tradition says that Nectanebo, the last native pharaoh of Egypt, was the greatest magician of all the pharaohs. His vase is shrouded in legend. It is said many adventurers and archaeologists have become obsessed with finding it throughout history. Once they attain it, they have a sudden and complete change in personality, often disappearing, leaving their lives and families behind. The last known owner of the vase was Wilhelmina Blake, whose uncle, Lord Barnard Blake, had recovered it from Gizeh in the late 1700s. She disappeared not long after that. The current whereabouts of the vase are unknown. This vase sounds cursed. That's what I've been saying this entire time. Okay, so we can now form a hypothesis about Miss Hisham, that she's trying to find this vase. Arwa Hisham's goal is to reclaim the stolen vase, but she is tired because it is, well, either cursed or not here. I think cursed. No, that doesn't seem right. Okay. But she is, well, she's obsessed because it's cursed. Yes, I know what happened here.
Miss Hisham is searching for a vase stolen by Wilhelmina Blake, but she doesn't know it's cursed. I should find and confront her about this.
Okay, well, we know where she is, so let's go. Hi again. Time to confront you. Your goal is to reclaim the stolen vase, but you're obsessed because it is cursed.
Cursed? If you're trying to dissuade me, you will need to choose more than the hysteria of... You are serious.
Yes.
I'm afraid so.
The thing hasn't left my mind since I first discovered its existence. Every moment I am awake, even when I am not, I think of that vase. If I'm very still, and I feel it pulling me away from myself.
Yeah, so how is that not cursed?
And always, always, I hear a song in the back of my head I have never heard before. I wrote it down, though I do not know what for. Here. Do you see? I am not myself. And yet it seems so important. Not just obsession, then. I will not be subject to such a thing. Will you help me? Will you find and destroy it?
I mean, I can try, but neither of us knows where it is. She's been doing the drawing near basement doors, so I assume it's in the basement, and we're not getting into the basement till tomorrow.
Normally, I would not condone the destruction of something so ancient. But such a thing should never have survived this long.
I wonder if we're gonna also find Wilhelmina's skeleton somewhere then.
And take the music too, in case it helps you. If you find the artifact, Mr. Ward, you must break it. Leave nothing but powder and dust.
I shall do so. She's got some sort of melody. We can discuss it with the staff, because I assume it might be to do with what Wilhelmina used to play on her piano, but the piano is not in the drawing room anymore, so they may have moved it to the basement, I would presume. So yeah, Mr. Varley, got any pianos for us to play on? Miss Hisham told me about this melody she's heard. I would say that you're free to use the piano in the drawing room, but was moved last week, out of tune as it was. Our finest piano is in storage, but Marquez refused to move it upstairs. Okay, so I assume it means it's in the basement, as I thought.
Certainly.
Well, we couldn't find Ivy or Dara, because I assume they're hiding together somewhere, and we may not see them until later. But we've still got plenty new things, and we have got our work cut out for us to solve various people's problems once again. Because yes, Miss Quinn and Victoria and Ivy, and now Miss Hisham as well. So we'll be advancing all of those further, and then at 9, so just over an hour away in game time, which passes at different speeds, there's the masked ball, which seems to be like our next big story beat. So we'll see if we can make it to that part next time. So let me know in the comments what you think about the developments this time. And if you enjoy my content, consider liking or subscribing. Thank you to channel members for supporting the channel, and I will see you soon on another adventure.